Hi, I'm Paulo, and this is the first episode of Great Pronunciation, a web series showing you how to try to sound like an American, losing some of your accent. The main focus is on Brazilians on their way to leverage their oral skills in English, but anyone across the globe can benefit from it. Welcome to the first episode, which is on intonation. I'll tell you about the journey I took to adjust my intonation into a more acceptable standard. And the name of the episode is Finding Your Creaky Voice. Remember the last time you saw the Academy Awards ceremony? Academy Awards? You don't know what I'm talking about? It's that party in which Hollywood celebrities give statuettes to the best actors, directors, and so on. This is called the Academy Awards ceremony. Do you remember the last time you watched it? Sometimes you see this big fellow coming on stage, and before he speaks, you imagine his voice will sound like thunder. But the moment he starts speaking, you hear something like, on behalf of Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, our producers, I'd like to thank the Academy for this. Our work of several years has finally been recognized. Thank you very much. All my life, this made me think that I would have to speak through the nose if I really wanted to sound like an American. From this, I also concluded that English is a very musical language. I thought I would have to speak very musically in order to be accepted. Sometimes I caught myself saying things like, thank you, or see you later. I thought this was so weird, and I often wondered if that was really me, or was that an American inside me making my intonation so weird? I only got answers to those questions when I attended KU, the University of Kansas, a few years ago. There I learned that if I really wanted to sound natural, I would have to lower my pitch considerably. I also learned that when Americans listen to foreigners speaking in a higher pitch than usual, they usually get tired of such intonation and will seldom be able to listen to it for very long. My teacher, Dawn, told me then that I'd have to find my creaky voice.
What? Creaky?
I obviously asked her to explain it. She told me that the creaky voice is the lowest, deepest voice you can make. In my perception, it's lower than any musical note each one of us can produce, and it varies from person to person. That means that your creaky voice may not be exactly the same as mine. Let's give it a try. It's funny, isn't it? It sounds like singing, doesn't it? What if we sang? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? No, it's a bit too high. At the twilight's last gleaming, have to go lower and lower. I think this is it. I I found it! I found it! I found it! This is my creaky voice. Can you hear it? Now, can you find yours? But what's the use of finding your creaky voice? Dawn told me that this must be the final sound in statements and in information questions. Once I became aware of this, the next step was practicing.
But how?
At KU, I was also exposed to something that really helped me practice pronunciation. And I recommend this to you over there watching me. What I'm talking about is TED Talks. Just go to www.ted.com, choose a lecture and use it. Besides watching it, Dawn told me to practice mirroring. But come on, again, a new word, mirroring. What's mirroring? Mirroring is also called shadow reading, and it consists of reading a text at the same time as the original speaker delivers it. So, what I had to do was select a lecture by a male speaker. That's because I'm a man and the voices would be similar. And then I'd have to click on the transcript of the lecture in order to see everything that the lecturer said. Then I had to read all the sentences at the same time he delivered the speech. I had to try to imitate his pronunciation of words, stress, rhythm, and intonation. I learned a lot from that, but I was not 100% confident about my creaky voice yet. By this time, I started to pay more attention to people's speech. As one thing that used to make me a bit embarrassed was the way I pronounced thank you. I decided to go on with that TED Talks idea of imitating all other male speakers in order to try to correct this as well. Now, however, it would be in real life. As I was riding the bus to KU, wondering where I could find men saying this very common phrase, I heard one man thanking the driver as he got off. There, that was the opportunity I was searching for. And I could have it several times each ride, because an interesting fact about the US is that almost everybody thanks the driver when they get off the bus. What I did was probably a bit crazy, but I started looking at every man who headed toward the door. I noticed that they didn't say thank you as I had imagined they did. Instead, their voice went up just a little, and then it went out at the end, using their creaky voice. Then I thought, that's the way I should sound like. And I started thanking people a lot more often so I could practice more. I started saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you hear my creaky voice? Thank you. And it's not necessary to say you all the time. In fact, it's even more common to say, yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I started using this pronunciation pattern of raising my voice just a little and dropping into my creaky voice at the end of all my statements and information questions. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? My name's Paulo. My name's Paulo. My name's Paulo. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm watching a video. I'm watching a video. I'm watching a video. I really like it. I really like it. I really like it. So share it with a friend. So share it with a friend. So share it with a friend. I hope you've improved your knowledge about the use of your Creaky voice with this video. It was a great pleasure for me to make it. Since you've watched it so far, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, follow Great Cursos on Facebook and Instagram. We'll soon have surprises for our followers. You really like the contents here? Share the video with your friends via YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever. Just help others have this experience too. And just one more thing. Please leave a comment below on your impressions. How did you like this video? Was there anything new for you? What else would you like me to discuss here?
I really appreciate your attention. Thank you.